Now, a woman and a girl have told BBC News that they were sexually assaulted as children by a former Olympian from York. Stan Wild competed for Great Britain at 2 Olympics and founded and ran a gymnastics club in York. It's emerged that the sport's governing body, British Gymnastics, expelled Wild last year, 12 years after a gymnast accused him of sexually assaulting her at his club. Stan Wild denies the allegations and has never been charged with any offence. Here's Mark Ansell's investigation.
Oh, what a good performance. That is one of the best that Stan Wild has ever produced.
Stan Wild was British gymnastics champion for 5 years in the 1960s and 70s. He was given the honour of carrying the Olympic torch in York before the 2012 Games. But a woman and a girl have told BBC Look North that they were sexually assaulted by Stan Wild at York City Gymnastics Foundation when he was their coach.
He'd touch my behind, he would touch my chest, he'd put his hands in between my thighs.
Nikki O'Donnell has waived her right to anonymity. She says she was sexually assaulted multiple times from the age of 9 to 14 by Stan Wild at his gymnastics club. Nikki reported the alleged abuse to the police and British Gymnastics in 2008, but no action was taken and he was allowed to carry on coaching.
Had they have acted and done and protected the children, like this, looked after everybody like they're supposed to do, I shouldn't have to be meeting families and victims to offer them support. They should have put a stop to it, but they allowed it to carry on.
It wasn't until another girl reported Stan Wild 8 years later in 2016 that British Gymnastics temporarily suspended him. The girl and her parents are played by actors to protect their identities.
I was sat on a bench and he said, there'll be no more kisses for anyone. And I sort of went, yes, because I was happy about it. And he pushed me back onto the floor with him on top of me and his chest against my chest, and then pretended to kiss me again in front of everyone, which just made me feel really embarrassed and uncomfortable.
Wild was suspended from all activities within the gym. The family says the way the club dealt with the matter made them feel as if they were the problem.
Why should we be punished for something that Stan Wild has done to us and our family?
They actually said that it would be our fault if Stan couldn't return because the club would have to close, and that would be our fault.
It's clearly trying to protect the name and the reputation. It's the victims that need support now, and some things need to change at the head of this club to enable that to happen.
In a statement, York City Gymnastics Foundation says safeguarding is at the very heart of the gym. Trustees are delighted that the girl continues to participate at the gym. Equally, trustees deeply regret the hurt and upset which has been caused. Meanwhile, British Gymnastics says we do not and will not comment on specific individual safeguarding cases. As soon as we receive a complaint, we act swiftly and definitively to investigate in all cases. Complex cases can take time to come to a conclusion. In a statement, solicitors acting on behalf of Stan Wild say he denies the allegations and has no further comment to make.
North Yorkshire Police say detectives have interviewed a 77-year-old man from York in connection with child abuse complaints from the 1970s and 2000s. Following questioning, he was released under investigation. The 2 women who made the complaints are receiving specialist support while police inquiries continue. Mark Ansell, BBC Look North,